Yo, what's up guys, hope you're good. We're back here now with a brand new AOR highlights video. This time round 8 in Silverstone, and as you can see the weather's pretty dry. Qualifying and the race will be dry. But yeah, a track that I'm quite familiar with. I've raced on this track for ages. I used to race on the old layout, which I preferred to this one, but nevertheless still a good track. But as you can see, we're coming out of the pits now, and my wheel wasn't actually like working because I plugged it out before joining the lobby to reconnect it, recalibrate it, just so it doesn't turn off or overheat during a race. So I thought I'd cool it down and reassigned it, and as I start to use it again, the throttle calibration kicks in where it just goes to 100% straight away. So yeah, it looked a bit funny to whoever watched it, but yeah, it wasn't so funny at the time for me because I was quite worried as to what was going on. But yeah, finally able to fix it. But this time I wasn't actually in the party chat anymore, I was actually in the game chat, because apparently there's some glitch that if you turn off your pad and you restart it, it doesn't connect to the party chat. So I had to sort that out, and all this happening before my qualifying lap, so yeah, not great to be honest. But yeah, for this race I was actually going to qualify on the mediums to do a one-stop medium hard. So I went out on the soft just to get into the rhythm, and went out on the first set of the softs, just going around in standard fuel mix, just so we don't actually get a fast time. And coming around the last corner, I believe actually back off. It was a pretty good lap to be honest, but yeah, I backed off in the last minute to get 30.3, and that's in standard mix as well. And yeah, so came into the pits, felt like I was used to the track and all was looking good. Went out on the track once again on brand new set of softs this time, and this time I think I put in rich. Yeah, I did put in rich just so I can try and see what I can get in the whole lap. And coming out of Beckett's now onto the, I think this is the hanger straight, and they're about nearly 6/10 up, still like a sector to go in rich mix, so we'll be gaining a lot. And yeah, now we're up to like 7/10, nearly 8/10, and we still have like 2 or 3 tenths to gain in that last corner when we backed off. So easily could have been a really fast time. I think 29.2 was there, to be honest, or maybe 29.3, maybe even 29.1. It depends what kind of last 2 corners we did. But yeah, lap was going good, but obviously the strategy being the medium hard, I couldn't finish that lap. I had to just pit and put on a medium set, and with 2 minutes to go now, we have 2 laps to get a decent lap in. But to be honest, I prefer to get only 1 lap in so I can have fresher tyres for the race. But here we go, we'll start our lap coming into turn 1, turning just after the 100-meter board, pretty nicely through there, and we cut on to later of the lap into Corpse. Missed the apex there, and that's going to cost us I think half a tenth or maybe a tenth. But we're coming to Maggots now, and Burnout just goes from right to left, cutting off our line, and we lost so much time through about 3-4 tenths. And I don't think that was an intention. I spoke to him, it was just apparently like it was just the car just lagging about, like it wasn't actually him driving from right to left. So that's a shame for me. I don't plan to report him but yeah, it's a shame for us because I felt like I could have put in a 29.7, 29.8 with that lap. But yeah, we have to just take it on the chin and go for another lap straight after this. But can we improve coming across the line? Yes we do, 30.2. So we've already got a medium lap in, so we're definitely going to start on the mediums now. But our aim is to get front row or pole. So coming into turn 3 now, 100 meter missing on the left there. We lock up due to that, lose a tenth or so. And into turn 4 actually, trying to get a decent exit. Open the DRS as soon as it enables. And as you can see, ESR Lee, previously known as Cupid, has set 29.9. So that's a pretty fast lap, and under this sort of pressure, it's important that we nail this lap if we want to get pole. Still a tenth down on our time coming out of left field onto the straight, and yeah, still I knew I could gain time through this Cops corner now because I missed the apex last time. So if we nail it, we can gain time, and indeed we do. We've definitely gained back that half a tenth or tenth we had, and now into Maggots where we lost time earlier. Nailed that, hitting both apexes, the 3rd apex and hopefully the 4th now, just about clipping it, getting a rather shaky exit there, but nevertheless we're 3 tenths up on the straight, Wellington straight, hanger straight, yeah, hanger straight, and into Stowe, we're about 3 tenths up still, and you get a pretty decent run through there as well. So only the chicane to go yeah, lots of pressure at the moment, but hopefully we can cope for it. And coming out of the last corner now, 4/10 up on our time. Coming across the line now, what is it? A 29.8, which puts us on pole for now. Let's see if Lee can improve his time, because he set 29.9 on his first run. So maybe he can improve to pole. Coming around the last corner now, he's got a car ahead of him, but I don't think that will necessarily affect him too much. Coming across the line now, what does he set? It looks like he remains second there, so we have taken pole somehow. 29.8 there you go, and half a tenth difference, with a tenth difference to Strees there in third, so good job by him. And Surprise also in fourth, Finch fifth, so it's an ESR second row lockout with another ESR in fifth, so we've got four ESRs behind us. But yeah, race being dry, it was going to be a simple one stop like I mentioned earlier, and with four ESR guys behind me, it's important that we get a decent start. We can't blow it all away. And yeah, just need a decent start and hope to challenge Cupid, because it's pretty fast here. But looking at the standings there, we've got a 41 point gap to our teammate, and I think 47 points to Martin, so championship looking good. But like I said in the previous rounds, it's nothing guaranteed or nothing granted at the moment. It's such a long way to go still, so yeah, definitely need to take it one race at a time and just make sure we perform 100% in every race. We can't drop off. In Austria we kind of dropped off, and yeah, we finished third, so yeah, we definitely need to focus and maximize every race. But here we are now, lining up, 5 lights and lights out, and away we go. Looks like a pretty decent start, I'm not too sure, but coming to turn 1 now, it looks like Cupid's got a lightning start and he goes down the inside. We don't give him too much of a fight because a bit of lag going on there, but backing off at turn 1 has enabled Strees to now move down the inside, and he's also lagging a bit. So yeah, we've got beaten by 2 cars early on. That's not great, but we have to just stay focused and try to stay on the back of him. But we still have Surprise and Finch looking really good behind us, so we have to just make sure we don't make any mistakes, otherwise they'll go through as well. But coming into La Field now, start of sector 2. Strees looking like he's pretty fast, and he's looking like he can possibly challenge leader, and Surprise still right behind us. But yeah, not decent actually, I was going to say decent first lap, but it definitely wasn't. We've lost 2 positions, which is not great from pole, not at all. And yeah, just need to again focus on catching them back down, and hopefully give them a decent fight for the win, or at least second place. But as you can see, Strees got a pretty poor run on the exit, and it looks like Surprise got a better run on us. But I'm not too sure if he's going full throttle or just staying where he is, because it's very early on in the race, so he might not want to go for a move like in Austria. But either way, come across now to the last, to come across and finish the first lap. What was wrong with me today? But coming across the line now, Lee sets a 36.4, that's second quicker than us on the first lap. Tyre wear looking okay, but yeah, that's actually one thing I was struggling with in this race or in this track, and even in practice sessions, compared to like ESR Lee. My tyre wear was just way more, and whatever I tried to fix, it just wouldn't work. Like in this race, I was lifting through turn 1, cops, stow and like maggots, but again it just wasn't working. The front left was still like burning out, so I feel like this track is one of my bogey tracks instead of in terms of tyre wear, but in terms of pace I feel like I'm pretty quick here. But in terms of tyre wear, like I think I was struggling a lot. I can say that hands down, that drivers around me are probably coping with it better than me. And yeah, so coming across the line now, 32.8, Strees sets a 32.7, so he's a tenth quicker than us at the moment, and with DRS enabled we should be able to maybe try and mount a challenge on the SRL, because without DRS I think it's going to be pretty impossible to beat him, because he was looking pretty fast, especially in the race. He's looking pretty rapid. So coming now, open DRS, and looks like they're a touch away. Like I don't think there's any chance of battling yet, because it looks like Lee has the gap to Streets and Streets has the gap to me, so definitely going to take a few laps to get into that zone where you can actually start to mount a challenge. But cutting on to the end of the lap, and as you can see the gap's even more now, but Streets looks closer to Cupid than ever, but doesn't make a move into Stowe, thinking better of it. But it looks like we have a decent gap to Surprise at the moment, definitely out of danger for now, and we just have to carry on this. We need to carry on. If we start battling the cars around us, then the win is potentially gone for sure. And as you can see, Streets sets another fastest lap, another 32.7, so he's looking pretty consistent at the moment. And as you can see on lap 8, the gap's opened even more, and at this point I've just started to save my tyres even more now, because there's no point really pushing if they're too fast. Have to go for plan B and start saving our tyres. But yeah, trying to maximise the track nevertheless. But again, just yeah, as you can see, their downforce I put it onto 8 there, so in the next stint my front tyres can actually wear less, especially front left. Trying to help myself for the next stint there, already thinking ahead. But yeah, like I said, like, because their pace is too quick at the moment, there's no point really trying to push and destroy my tyres in the process. Just need to go for plan B, save our tyres, and think about the end of the race rather than the middle of the race. And cutting on to lap 9 now, as you can see, front left 64%, not great. I can maximum go one more lap after this, can't go any more unless I want to risk a puncture by going over 75%, but as you guys know, every time I go over 75 I get a puncture, so no point risking that now. And yeah, 66%, can go another lap for sure, but yeah, hope to pit on lap 10. But coming now into Stowe, let's see if ESR Lee pits or Streets pits. Lee doesn't pit, but Streets actually pulls into the pits, and that surprised me at the time, because I thought I was bad on tyre wear, but it looks like he's struggling a lot. Pits on lap 9, so he'll have to go 17 laps on the hard tyres, which will be a struggle for him, I assume, because 9 laps on the mediums, 17 laps on the hards is just not ideal. It's not ideal at all. I can barely go 16 laps on hards and 10 laps on mediums, so yeah, it'll be interesting towards the end to see if tyre wear does come into play for a mount for the win, or second place at least. And looks like the gap to Finch is actually quite a big gap as well. Like, pretty surprised, because in practice he was pretty quick, and I believe he battled with Surprise at some point, so it would explain why the gap's now like about 3 seconds. So yeah, as you can see now, Jeff's actually asking for a different strat. It's clear that the tyres are worn out, and 72% starting sector 3, and luckily for us, Lee wasn't planning on pitting this lap, I don't think. So like I said, he was good on tyre wear, so he was probably going for lap 11, and with the undercut not really being massive on the hards, yeah, I don't blame him for going that extra lap because he can. But yeah, we managed to slow down with the correct speed and not speed over or overspeed or whatever. But yeah, checking warnings now to see who has penalties, seeing where Streets is. He has a penalty, but yeah, we're not really letting that change anything as Finch goes past us to box. And luckily for us, he didn't really hold us up. But yeah, moving back to Streets' penalties, like, I don't think that should change our approach, because he can get it removed after the race if it's some sort of undeserved penalty. But as you can see, that is Streets actually ahead of us, so he looks like he has a bigger gap than he did earlier, and he's already at turn 4 now. We're not even starting turn 3, so gap's massive at the moment, and it's going to be really tough to crawl that down, especially against like a quick driver like Streets. That's going to be really tough. But cutting on to lap 11 now, it looks like our teammate has actually pit, so it'll be interesting to see where it comes out. But as you can see, Streets actually overtakes 6 skills into Stowe, so that's a curb in between us now, which is not going to be, it's not going to make it any easier for us to catch up. But cutting on to like a lap later, we've actually caught up to 6 skills, and we're actually caught up to Streets as well, it seems. So it looks like he might have had battle with Cupid at some point, because Cupid is ahead, I think, at this point. He's not too far ahead of Streets. But into this, I think this is Brooklands now, we go past 6 kills, and we move up to 4th place. But I think in first, whoever's in first, I think it's AOR reversal. I think he still has to pit. I think he's on the he's on the hard tyres, but he'll be having to pit for medium soon. And let's see if it's, yeah, it is actually reversal on the hard tyres. But Strees now sets a 32.5, so it looks like he's getting in the hang of it with these tyres, and we're still setting like 33.2, so it's 7/10 off at the moment. And yeah, that's, I don't know if we had traffic that lap actually, but 7/10 off is not really great at all. And yeah, looks like them two, Cupid and Strees, have caught up to reversal quite a lot, and they're right behind him up his gearbox, so maybe it will slow them down and help us more to catch up. But the gap's still 2.4 to Strees and 1.7 to actually Finch behind us, so it looks like Finch has actually caught up to us. It was 3 seconds at some point, but now it's only 1.7, so Finch doing a fantastic job at catching us up. And he had, like I said, in practice he had rapid pace, so I'm not too surprised that he's catching up. But as you can see, reversal pulls into the pit, so that's fresh air now for Strees, who should be able to unleash more of his pace. And coming across the line now, Lee's like 1.7 seconds ahead of Strees, we're 1.6 behind Strees, and Finch again like 1.6, 1.8 behind us. So it looks like a decent battle in terms of pace difference, sector by sector, rather than overtaking. It's just sector by sector, putting in quali laps, so 26 laps in a row. I actually enjoy doing this. Like, for sure it doesn't look too fun from the outside, doesn't look as exciting as overtaking or battling, but pace battling, like sector by sector, trying to close the gap down, driving everything you have, like giving 100%, and seeing that gap close down 10th or so each lap or each sector is pretty exciting. And at the end it is actually worth it when you give like everything you have, and it actually means something at the end. Like you gain the place or something, yeah, it makes a difference. But if we're cutting onto lap 22 now, the gap's only 1 second between us and Strees. Looks like we've got target lockdown on him now, so let's see if we can close the gap to him this lap. Starting lap 24 now, and looks like the gap has closed down indeed, and we're right behind Strees now, and the tension for the battle for second place has grown even more now. And with only 3 laps to go, we will look to make a move at some point hopefully, but it looks like the battle for the win has gone away. It has just faded away because ESR Lee has just dominated this race. He's had great pace, like I said earlier, and he's just pulled away. He's done a fantastic job today, but we have to just focus on second place now. And with the other Williams of Finch only 3 seconds behind us, and seeing that Strees is actually struggling at the moment, it looks like we'll have to get this move done immediately. Otherwise, like, Finch will catch up to us for sure. And yeah, we just have to get the move done early. And coming to Cops now, we back off early, let him take more speed, and ends up in a better exit for us, but we back off before Maggots, and again, just like trying to take the outside line through here. Looks like we can maximize the track here. Clipping the apex on the inside there. Have we got a better run than him? Open the DRS. There is no slipstream. We've had the slipstream glitch since like lap 3, lap 4. But it looks like he's going to the inside, so we're going to try to go round the outside, braking even later than him. Can we hang it round the outside at Stowe? It looks like we're still side by side coming into the Vale chicane now. We're still on the inside, he's still on the outside, giving room for each other there. And we're still on the outside through club, coming across the line now. Do we stay ahead? Yes we do, we're ahead now. And with only 2 laps to go, we have second place. We're in prime position now to finish second place, unless he makes a move now into turn 3 now. Will he go for a move on the inside? No, he doesn't. And the only opportunity left for him now to make a quick attack is this straight, so we have to get a decent exit through here. We haven't got DRS, he's the one with DRS, so has he got slipstream to make the overtake on us? I don't think he did there, so cutting on to lap 26, last lap. And as you can see, our tyres are on the edge there, but I can tell you that I believe Finch finished on 80 or something and Strees was on 90%. So definitely we did do a better job in terms of tyre wear against them lot, especially against Strees, because I thought like I didn't expect him to go 90%. I thought there was going to be a puncture, and yeah, I was too worried not going over 75%, never mind 90%. But either way, ESR Lee comes across the line to finish first. We come across the line to finish second, but I believe Finch overtook his teammate Strees on the hanger straight to claim third place. His first podium, I believe, this season, and first 3 and 4 for Williams in AOR in ages, I think. So good job by them two there. And Mercedes 1-2 and Williams 3-4, with Martin finishing 5th, Limitless 6th, and ESR Surprise 7th. But there you go, the official results. As you can see, great result for Mercedes and Williams there, 1-2 and 3-4. The ESR boys finishing 1-3 and 4 and 6. So great result for them, great result for me as well. I'll take these 18 points here, especially with the tyre wear I was struggling with. But yeah, like I said, ESR Lee just was dominant this race. I don't think anyone would have beat him today. But yeah, we have to up our game for the next 2 races, because he's won the last 2 races now, and it looks like he's got serious form going on as well. So yeah, definitely we have to up our game. But that is it from this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for the support recently as well. It looks like we're going to hit 2k subscribers soon. If you have any ideas for 2,000 subscribers special video, leave it down in the comments below, because I'm kind of running out of ideas myself. So yeah, again, thank you for the support. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.